Hi, I'm Jennifer from Shabby Fabrics. Today I'm going to show you how to make handmade holiday gift tags. Now I know at Christmas we all go out and buy those gift tags and we write the names and they end up getting thrown away. But wouldn't it be fantastic to have some homemade, beautiful holiday gift tags to add to under your Christmas tree? So on the Shabby Fabrics website, we have our free download link. Just click on that and you'll be able to download the actual to from gift tags that we have already made up ahead of time. All you need to do is print those, and also the shapes that you'll need to cut out to make the holiday gift tags. And you know what I'm planning to do this Christmas, because I like to have a more vintage look under our Christmas tree, is rather than just print the to from tags on a plain piece of white paper, I was going to get like a calligraphy, kind of that parchment paper, and print those out on there. So just have a little more of a vintage look. So right here's one of the gift tags with the shabby shape of a Christmas tree, and there's the tag on the back that you'll just be able to slip in, and then each year you'll be able to just print new to-froms and reuse these tags. Now we have plenty of beautiful shabby shapes for Christmas candy canes, Christmas trees, wreaths, reindeer, Santa hats. It goes on and on. So be sure to click on the shabby shapes and see what all we have to offer for Christmas. For today, I'll be using some candy canes to do our gift tag. So the first thing you'll want to do is you'll want to print out your page that has the shapes, because you'll be cutting directly on the line. And you'll of course want to print out your to from on whatever paper you'll be using for that. So you'll be cutting out to from the fabric, and today I just chose a green tonal. This is a motif fabric. And I'll be using the candy canes today of Shabby Shapes. You'll cut one. You either have a choice of a fusible fleece, which I really love. There's no pinning or gluing. It's just tacky on the one side. It's a little bumpy, and it's like a batting on the other side, or a fleece on the other side. You can use batting too. You'll just need to either glue that in place or maybe pin that in place. But again, today I'll be using the fusible fleece. You need just one of those. And then vinyl. We were able to find this at Joann's, Hancock's, maybe Walmart even has that. It's even hard to see. Let me put that on here so you maybe can see what I'm doing here. It's just a thin piece of vinyl, and that's what's on the back of our ornament, where we'll be slipping the paper inside. And it doesn't take very much of that at all, and of course you'll be cutting just one piece. Now step one will be deciding what shabby shapes you want on your gift tag. Again, today I chose the candy canes. Now when you get your shabby shapes, they already have heat and bond light on the back. You'll simply peel this off. It's so convenient, so fun and easy. Repeat that on the other, with the other shape, or maybe you're just doing one shape. Bring that to your pressing mat, and on a medium heat, you're just gonna iron that down, and you'll just zigzag around that edge, and then you're ready to go. So I've done that ahead of time. So let's put that aside. Now on the back side, this is where you'll have your vinyl. So you're just going to position that. It's about a 1/2 inch away from the left and right and bottom sides. Now, of course, make sure you don't stitch across the top, because that's where the paper slips in. We'll just take this to the sewing machine and we'll go ahead and stitch. Now, I do recommend that you go ahead and pin that in place, because it's very slippery. Definitely found that out when we were making these gift tags. I've chosen a really thin pin, and I'll be pinning very close to the edge so that my stitching will cover that up, because we did notice that whenever you put the pins into the vinyl, it does leave a hole where you were. So just make sure your pins are pretty close to the edge. So I will go ahead and pin this, and I will do a zigzag all the way around the 3 sides, and when I come back, I'll take you to the next step. So my vinyl is attached now to the back. I used a nice zigzag and a coordinating thread. I'm using Masterpiece today by Superior Threads. Alex Anderson picked these 75 beautiful colors. So when you do get ready to do the stitching of the vinyl on the back, I like it to just kind of blend in. So you might find having these color cards handy. It's live thread on those cards, so you can match it to your fabric. So I've always enjoyed using the Masterpiece. It's also 100% cotton. Now that I've got the back ready to go and my front with my shabby shapes, this is when the fusible fleece comes into play. So you'll take your front fabric with the shabby shapes on it and turn it right side down, and you'll just position the fusible fleece on the back so you have about the same seam allowance showing. So you have the same green showing that back there, and you're just going to iron that in place. Now we went ahead and we didn't have the fusible fleece go all the way to the edge because it was a lot of bulk turning it through. So that's why it is inside of that by about 1/4 inch. Okay, once that is secured in place, you want to turn that right side up again. And this is about, I guess it's about 8 inches. Let's see, how long did we just trim it? I just visually cut a piece that I liked, 8.5. So however long you think you want yours. So fold that in such a way that it crisscrosses like that. And I'm going to go ahead and pin that at the top. Now you could go ahead and run a little basting stitch if you don't want to have to hold that in place with a pin. So I'll go ahead and just do that though, just to save us a little bit of time. But just know you can always do that with basting stitches if you want to, just to secure it into place. In fact, I might even go mine a little bit beyond that. That way I know that I have it still tucked inside there. Let me just go a little bit past that. Now you can find the exact same center, you know, or you can just kind of eyeball it. I'm just eyeballing it today. You could go ahead and measure that and get the exact center line and mark it with your friction pen, but I'm just going to eyeball it. Then we'll go ahead with our backing and we'll place that right sides together. I'm going to go ahead and pin, and you want to leave the opening to turn it through on the side. What we found about the bottom, which was my natural instinct, was to leave the bottom open. It's just too narrow to turn everything through. So go ahead and leave a nice wide opening on the side, and when I come back, we'll turn it through, and then we'll take you to the next step. So now that I've stitched around the 3 sides and part of the 4th side, I recommend you go ahead and clip your corners. It just makes it transition a little bit easier when you turn it right side out. Another thing that I know some people like to clip in these corners just like this. It just again makes it a little bit simpler. I don't think my scissors are real sharp. They're not doing a super good job, but you get the idea that there are ways to make that turning through just a little bit smoother. Okay, so now my favorite part, probably your favorite part too, is just turning it through. Always fun. And get everything smoothed out. Now, keep in mind, that piece of vinyl on the back cannot take too much heat. So if you do decide to press this just to get it good and flat, be careful you avoid the vinyl. We learned that the hard way when we were making our samples, so I don't want that to happen to you too. So take this to your pressing mat. You'll tuck this under 1/4 inch. You'll tuck this under 1/4 inch, just like that. All right, again, avoiding your vinyl on the back. And then you're just gonna go 1/8 inch with a coordinating thread, and you're just gonna stitch around that, and that'll close the opening and give it a nice finished look. So I hope you enjoyed making holiday gift tags with Shabby Fabrics.